Yo, what is going on, guys? Back with another video. So for today's video, we're doing another Airsoft mystery unboxing, but there is a catch. Every time I unbox a mystery box, the next one will be worth double the price. So for an example, the first box will be worth $100, second is $200, third is $400, and instead of going to $800, we just rounded up, and the last one is a $1,000 mystery box. All right, so starting out with obviously the cheapest, the $100 mystery box. Obviously we're gonna start with the least and work our way up to the most expensive box. So usually, from my experience with the $100 boxes, usually you kind of get maybe like a spring sniper or a spring shotgun or something like that with some accessories, but I won't be 100% sure until we actually unbox this. So I'm curious to see what we got. Sometimes you just get the gun itself, and other times you actually get some accessories too. So we'll find out here in a minute what we actually got here. And obviously, guys, I'm not going to do a advertisement, but all of the guns are going to be given away on the airsoftclub.com. That is my website where I give away a gun every single week to you guys, and I'm giving away all these on that site. So if you want to be a part of that, make sure to check out the Airsoft Club. That is the top link in the description below. With that said, let's move on to see what we got. All right, we got a little sneak peek right there. Okay, we got let's see, check this out. So it is a Strike Blackhawk pouch Gen 4 Molly system. So it's in Coyote tan. It doesn't really say, it says a pouch. I mean, you can kind of use this for whatever it works with. I'm guessing this is maybe a pistol magazine pouch, but it is hard to tell. So moving on with the next thing. Oh, there goes some paper. Put that to the side. Next up, we actually have some CO2 cartridges for maybe a gas blowback gun. Let's see. So that's cool. It comes with that. Very nice. All right, let's see what we got. I think that's about it in here, I would guess. Oh, maybe we got something else. We also got some BBs, 5,000 of them from Elite Force, .25s, pretty sweet for indoor play. Yeah, so let's see what we got. Ooh, I've never seen this before. What is this? All right, so this is what we got. It is a ASG TAC 6. It is CO2 power, which is pretty cool. And it looks like to be some kind of like carbine. I would assume it's some kind of like maybe pistol functioning, this whole thing, and then they put it in a carbine. So very cool. It actually looks like it has a little laser system as well, and a little bipod and some iron sights on there. So let's check this thing out. I've never actually seen one of these before. Sometimes CO2 guns actually shoot kind of like high on the FPS side. So I'm curious if you'll be able to actually use this on the field, because sometimes they'll shoot like 450. Even some pistols will do that. Hopefully you can actually use this on the field. I'll put on the screen right now what the actual number is for FPS. Looks like we have one of these kind of funny like small mags. It looks like deceiving. It looks like one of those big ones that are all chunky and nice that most pistols have, but these just kind of, there's like little fake mags, but it's kind of funny looking. Obviously it has the room for the CO2 cartridge. So it looks like you have this little button down here. You actually go ahead and press that, and it looks like that is where the CO2 cartridge actually goes in. And then what you'll do is actually screw on this little bottom tab just by screwing it probably clockwise. And then once you hear the CO2 puncture, then you're ready to go. And then you kind of just load this up. I would assume this holds maybe like 10 to 20 rounds. And then you just plug it in on there, and there's your rifle. By the way, guys, I'm going to be shooting all of the guns I unbox in today's video at the end, so you guys will actually get to see them in action. All right, so this is going to be the second box. This one is $200. Judging from the size here, I think we're probably going to get maybe a gas blowback pistol, or even maybe a slight chance of getting maybe like a gas blowback submachine gun. So let's see what we got for this one. All right, let's check her out. So first up in the box, we actually have a little holster, just kind of like a normal sort of cheap one that just kind of goes on some Molly. And then you have a little pistol pouch on there. Nothing too exciting. I'm not even going to open that for you guys. Let's just go on to what you guys really want to see in this box. We actually have a Lancer Tactical Mag Speed Loader, an orange one. There you go, if you need that. And then we also have another pistol magazine pouch, pretty cool, and Coyote tan as well. And then we also, looks like we also got some Bio .25. Before we move on to the gun, we actually have this random little M4 magazine here, high cap, pretty interesting. And then yeah, it's like the little tiny, I would say like an SR25 style, like size one, pretty cool. We actually have one more thing down here. Oh, we actually have a propane adapter, so you can actually twist this on with some lubricant in the propane. You just twist this on, and you can actually use propane to fill up your gas blowback guns. Pretty cool. And then last but not least in this box, it looks like we have I'm not sure what this is. I'm gonna open this real quick because I'm not too sure what this is. It looks like a patch panel, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I'm like 90% sure this is basically you hang it up and you can, you know, hang this up wherever you want in your room or on your door or something like that, or even your car. I've seen people do that. And then you can kind of just like hang it up, and then you can put all of your like collection of patches on these. So it's pretty cool. Finally, we get to see what we actually got in here. It looks like it's a Combat Master. Jag Precision is the brand. So let's check out what's in here. So you got a little instruction manual, nothing crazy. And then it looks to be like a really cool, yeah, I think it's, yep, it is a gas blowback pistol. And wow, this thing actually looks really nice. Oh, and it's stippled as well. So about stippling, it's kind of nice. Without gloves, it's a little more harsh and like awkward to hold. But obviously with gloves on and the stippling, it makes it really more kind of grippy and comfortable to hold with gloves on. So pretty cool. You got a bright orange iron sight in the front there. Pretty sweet. All right, so this is going to be the third box of the video, the second to the finale, the $1,000 mystery box. But this one is worth $400, doubling from the $200 we just unboxed. Actually, this is not too heavy actually for the price. So I'm curious what we got in here. If I were to take guesses, I would assume it's some kind of maybe SMG or something like that. So I'm not really 100% sure. Obviously, you can't really fit a M4 in here unless it's collapsible. Without further ado, let's get on to this unboxing. All right. Oh, that's why there was like a little hump in the box. It's got this huge, I guess, briefcase in there. Looks like we got something really cool in here. So let's see if we have anything before we see what's in there. Okay, it looks like we have some stuff. Let's see what we got. Okay, we got a propane adapter again. So, okay, maybe we have a gas blowback gun in here. We also have a patch as well. And let's see what else we got. We also have some X1000 goggles that came with this. Not too, exciting. That's what they look like. I would normally unbox this, but I've had these a lot in other videos. All right, next up, we actually have a N-Star red dot optic. So let's check it out. I don't know if the price is anywhere. Okay, so it's $20. So this is the red dot itself. Looks pretty, like, I guess unique, you could say. Obviously, it's only $20, so I wouldn't, count on this to be extreme reliable, but obviously it looks pretty cool. And who knows, maybe it's a really good red dot for $20. And then last but not least, we actually have a Condor Multi-Wrap for your face. Yeah, pretty standard. You guys know what that is, but yep, pretty much just goes over your face, and you could just do a whole bunch of different kinds of iterations with this. All right, so that was the last thing in the box. Let's see what we actually got in this guy. Without further ado, whoop. Oh, okay, so this is the PP2000. So actually on my previous unboxing video where I was doing a whole bunch of gas guns, I actually bought this for the video because I thought it was really unique. And we also got another one right here, so pretty cool. It comes with this little small, I think it's like a 20 round mag. Isn't the best on gas. I was having problems in the cold last time I was shooting this. Today is a little bit hotter day, so hopefully we can get some really cool full mags out of this. But previously it was a little bit of a cold day when I was shooting this, so it was kind of tricky to get the full mag out on full auto. It actually has a stock you can bring out as well to extend the whole platform, and it has a little front grip that actually doesn't interfere with your trigger there, so you can actually use it as intended. Pretty cool. And then that is the safe, and then you can go to semi-automatic if you flip it down, or sorry, full auto is next, and then you can go to semi-automatic at the bottom. So semi-automatic, full auto, and then safe. And to actually use this platform properly, you actually have to load this with gas and BBs. It is a gas blowback gun, and then the charging handle is actually up here. You pull this little guy to the side, and then you charge it back like so. Pretty cool. This one is a $1,000 mystery box. So for this box, in previous experience, I've gotten multiple guns from one like this, but you could get multiple guns and a whole bunch of accessories. You can get accessories in one gun, a crazy gun. I'm not really sure what this can entail. So let's go ahead and just unbox it and see what we got. Yeah, this box is definitely really beat up. So yeah, it's kind of hard to unbox, but I'll try my best. So I got it unboxed. Now let's go over everything we actually got in here. So I'll start off small and just go with the stuff on top. Looks like we got okay, so this is the same kind of brand as we just got, and it is a EMG. So it is a brand collaboration. I'm guessing this is a pistol, but let's check it out. First of the box, starting out pretty strong. Oh, okay. So it looks to be a similar pistol that we got in the $200 box with some different kind of stippling on it. It is also a Combat Master. Looks very, very similar, and it's got a little green iron dot on there too, so that's a little bit different than the previous one, so pretty sweet. I'm curious if this one actually shoots better than the one we just unboxed, but I guess we'll have to see in a minute. And it actually has a extended way to actually release the magazine, so if you have the magazine in, usually it's kind of flush with the body like so, but this one is extended a whole bunch out, so you can actually easily press it, and it's kind of like a easier way to reload your magazines. And also the nozzle kind of looks upgraded as well, if I were to guess, and maybe the pistol itself has a upgraded little part right there, so maybe this is a little bit more upgraded than the previous pistol we got. After this, we'll be shooting all of the guns at the end of the video, so make sure to watch out for that. Okay, next up in this box, we actually have a couple cool patches. There you go, pretty cool. And then we also have another patch too that I forgot to mention. This one's really cool. It's like a zombie one. I actually think this is my favorite one I've actually gotten in a mystery box. Pretty cool design. All right, next up we have a airsoft gun right here. Let's check out what this is. Okay, it is a Hero Arms CQR, actually by ASG, the Pro line version. This actually might be a gun we've actually got previously too before, so let's actually check this out and see what we got real quick. I believe we've gotten this before. Oh, okay, so this is actually one we've gotten before. This is a really nice M4 with all these custom Hero Arms parts on there. So this one is actually a little bit different iteration than the one I got previously. It has these little tan parts on the gun instead of all black. So the previous one I got had this part and this part all in black, and the whole design was actually a black theme, but this one has a tan and black theme on, and actually is pretty cool. You got these little flip-up sights right here, pretty sweet. And then you also have this really cool, crazy overextended grip, and you can easily C-grip with this, or you can hold it like so, or even there. You can do whatever you want. And then this crazy extended stock that you never really see anywhere. It's just really unique and cool, and it feels really comfortable on your shoulder. And you also have a little brown magazine to match. Pretty cool. You can kind of see the BBs in there to see if you're running out or not. And then this is a high cap one as well, and it matches the overall theme with the tan and black look as well. Throw that in there to show you guys. So yeah, there you go, all matching. Pretty sweet. All right, so next up in this box, we got a whole bunch of parts, and then I think at the bottom, looks like we have another gun down there too. So I'll go ahead and check out what's here. Looks like we got two mid-cap AK mags from ICS, pretty cool. We also have some other bottles of .25s that are biodegradable, pretty cool. Another Lancer Tactical orange mag loader. Looks like a couple more like SR25 style M4 high cap magazines. Oop, there we go, so two more of those. We also have two more of those tan M4 mags that we actually got with the Hero Arms gun, so that's pretty cool. We got two more matching magazines. Obviously, whoever wins that gun will get these as well, and these are also mid caps too, so that's really nice. Looks like we have a red dot sight that all right, so here's the red dot that actually fell out. Let's see what we got in here. Okay, it looks like to be just kind of like a scope style red dot sight with some little covers on there. Pretty cool. Looks like we also have another, I believe this is another patch wall thing. One or two more things before the final gun here. This looks to be some kind of vest, I believe. Let's go ahead and open this and check it out. Boop. All right. Come on, man, give it to me. So it looks like we have a Lancer Tactical tanned little vest here. You got little Velcro for your patches up here, and then you have little mollies everywhere on the vest back and front, so you can put all of your pouches and everything you want to put in there. Pretty cool. And I think, I don't know if you could put plates in here, but you might be able to. It looks like you can from the bottom, so I think you could put some like fake plates in there if you wanted to. I think that's it in the box, so let's go ahead and see what we got for this last one. Dun dun dun. Yeah, yeet. All right. Last but not least, looks like we got a Enl AK. I believe that's what this is. Yep. So it is a Enl AK Gen 2. This is the really nice brand for some AKs. I think some of them even come with real wood on here, so I'm not sure if this is one of those ones, but here's all the different kinds of models they have right there. I've never played with one of these on a field. I'm not a huge AK person, but this thing looks pretty cool, and obviously these things are very realistic when it comes to the looks, the feel, and the actual weight of the gun itself. This actually stock I've never got before, so it looks like you can actually swing this down and around. Whoop. So obviously part of the fun with AKs is how you load it. It's very different than the M4 platform, so we'll check that out right now. Pretty cool. All right, guys, so that was the $1,000 mystery box. I hope you guys enjoyed all of the guns I unboxed in today's videos. Again, they will be all given away on my club, the airsoftclub.com. Top link in the description for that. So now with all of these stuff unboxed, let's go ahead and go to our shooting test.
Thank you guys so much for watching that video. I hope you guys enjoyed that concept of doubling the price every single box. If you guys want me to do more like that, please leave it in the comments below. I'll make sure to check that out. Please like the video if you enjoyed, that really helps me out, as well as subscribe and turn on post notifications if you want to stay updated on videos I post.